Welcome back, family. Today we've got 50 challenging questions that will take you on an epic journey through Moses' life. From that tiny baby floating in a basket on the Nile River, all the way to his final moments overlooking the promised land he would never enter. This isn't just any quiz. This is the ultimate Moses challenge. All right, Bible scholars and curious minds alike. Coming up is question number 1. Who placed baby Moses in a basket among the reeds by the river? Answer: his mother. Exodus 2:3. But when she could no longer hide him, she took an ark of bulrushes for him, daubed it with asphalt and pitch, put the child in it, and laid it in the reeds by the river's bank. What feast was instituted during the deliverance from Egypt? Answer: Passover. Exodus 12:14. So this day shall be to you a memorial, and you shall keep it as a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. You shall keep it as a feast by an everlasting ordinance. How did God first appear to Moses in Midian? Answer: a burning bush. Exodus 3:2. And the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a flame of fire from the midst of a bush. So he looked, and behold, the bush was burning with fire, but the bush was not consumed. What was the name of the land that God promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Answer: the land of Canaan. Genesis 17:8. Also, I give to you and your descendants after you the land in which you are a stranger, all the land of Canaan, as an everlasting possession, and I will be their God. What animal did God command Moses to make and lift up for the healing of Israel? Answer: a bronze serpent. Numbers 21:9. So Moses made a bronze serpent and put it on a pole. And so it was, if a serpent had bitten anyone, when he looked at the bronze serpent, he lived. On what mountain did Moses view the promised land before he died? Answer: Mount Nebo. Deuteronomy 34:1. Then Moses went up from the plains of Moab to Mount Nebo, to the top of Pisgah, which is across from Jericho. And the Lord showed him all the land of Gilead as far as Dan. What was the name God revealed to Moses at the burning bush? Answer: I am who I am. Exodus 3:14. And God said to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, Thus you shall say to the children of Israel, I am has sent me to you. What was the name of the portable sanctuary that the Israelites built in the wilderness? Answer: the Tabernacle. Exodus 25:8. And let them make me a sanctuary, that I may dwell among them. Who found baby Moses among the reeds? Answer: Pharaoh's daughter. Exodus 2:5. Then the daughter of Pharaoh came down to bathe at the river, and her maidens walked along the riverside. And when she saw the ark among the reeds, she sent her maid to get it. Which plague involved frogs covering the land of Egypt? Answer: the second plague. Exodus 8:2-3. But if you refuse to let them go, behold, I will smite all your territory with frogs. So the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up and come into your house, into your bedroom, on your bed, into the houses of your servants, on your people, into your ovens, and into your kneading bowls. What did Moses do when he saw the golden calf? Answer: he broke the tablets of stone. Exodus 32:19. So it was, as soon as he came near the camp, that he saw the calf and the dancing. So Moses' anger became hot, and he cast the tablets out of his hands and broke them at the foot of the mountain. Who nursed the baby Moses for Pharaoh's daughter? Answer: his own mother. Exodus 2:9. Then Pharaoh's daughter said to her, take this child away and nurse him for me, and I will give you your wages. So the woman took the child and nursed him. Who was appointed as Moses' spokesman? Answer: Aaron. Exodus 4:14. So the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses, and he said, is not Aaron the Levite your brother? I know that he can speak well. And look, he is also coming out to meet you. When he sees you, he will be glad in his heart. What did Moses' staff turn into when he threw it on the ground before Pharaoh? Answer: a serpent. Exodus 4:3. And he said, cast it on the ground. So he cast it on the ground, and it became a serpent, and Moses fled from it. Who tried to kill Moses on the way back to Egypt until Zipporah circumcised their son? Answer: the Lord. Exodus 4:24-25. And it came to pass on the way, at the encampment, that the Lord met him and sought to kill him. Then Zipporah took a sharp stone and cut off the foreskin of her son and cast it at Moses' feet and said, "Surely you are a husband of blood to me." What river was Moses placed in as a baby? Answer: the Nile River. Exodus 2:3. But when she could hide him no longer, she got a papyrus basket for him and coated it with tar and pitch. Then she placed the child in it and put it among the reeds along the bank of the Nile. What was the name of Moses' wife? Answer: Zipporah. Exodus 2:21. Then Moses was content to live with the man, and he gave Zipporah his daughter to Moses. What did Moses and Aaron take from a furnace to cause the sixth plague of boils? Answer: ashes. Exodus 9:8. So the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Take for yourselves handfuls of ashes from a furnace, and let Moses scatter it toward the heavens in the sight of Pharaoh." What was the ninth plague in Egypt? Answer: darkness. Exodus 10:22. So Moses stretched out his hand toward heaven, and there was thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. What did the Israelites put on their doorposts during the 10th plague? Answer: the blood of a lamb. Exodus 12:7. And they shall take some of the blood and put it on the two doorposts and on the lintel of the houses where they eat it. Who was hired by Balak to curse Israel, but bless them instead? Answer: Balaam. Numbers 23:11-12. Then Balak said to Balaam, "What have you done to me? I took you to curse my enemies, and look, you have blessed them bountifully." So he answered and said, "Must I not take heed to speak what the Lord has put in my mouth?" Who was Moses' sister? Answer: Miriam. Exodus 15:20. Then Miriam the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took the timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances. What did God use to lead the Israelites by day out of Egypt? Answer: a pillar of cloud. Exodus 13:21. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, so as to go by day and night. Who was Moses' father-in-law in Midian? Answer: Reuel, Jethro. Exodus 2:18. When they came to Reuel their father, he said, "How is it that you have come so soon today?" What sea did God part for the Israelites to cross? Answer: the Red Sea. Exodus 14:21. Then Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea into dry land, and the waters were divided. What happened to Pharaoh's army in the Red Sea? Answer: they drowned. Exodus 14:28. Then the waters returned and covered the chariots, the horsemen, and all the army of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. Not so much as one of them remained. Who was Moses' mother? Answer: Jochebed. Exodus 6:20. Now Amram took for himself Jochebed, his father's sister, as wife, and she bore him Aaron and Moses. And the years of the life of Amram were 137. What sign did God give to confirm Aaron's priesthood? Answer: his rod budded. Numbers 17:8. Now it came to pass on the next day that Moses went into the tabernacle of witness, and behold, the rod of Aaron of the house of Levi had sprouted and put forth buds, had produced blossoms, and yielded ripe almonds. From what tribe of Israel did Moses come? Answer: Levi. Exodus 2:1. And a man of the house of Levi went and took as wife a daughter of Levi. Why did Moses flee from Egypt to Midian? Answer: he had killed an Egyptian. Exodus 2:15. When Pharaoh heard of this matter, he sought to kill Moses. But Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian, and he sat down by a well. Who held up Moses' hands during the battle with Amalek? Answer: Aaron and Hur. Exodus 17:12. But Moses' hands became heavy, so they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it. And Aaron and Hur supported his hands, one on one side and the other on the other side, and his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. Who gave Moses advice about appointing judges? Answer: Jethro. Exodus 18:17-18. So Moses' father-in-law said to him, "The thing that you do is not good. Both you and these people who are with you will surely wear yourselves out. For this thing is too much for you. You are not able to perform it by yourself." Where did Moses receive the Ten Commandments? Answer: Mount Sinai. Exodus 19:20. Then the Lord came down upon Mount Sinai, on the top of the mountain. And the Lord called Moses to the top of the mountain, and Moses went up. What covered Mount Sinai when God descended upon it? Answer: a thick cloud. Exodus 19:18. Now Mount Sinai was completely in smoke, because the Lord descended upon it in fire. Its smoke ascended like the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mountain quaked greatly. What was the name of Moses' first son? Answer: Gershom. Exodus 2:22. And she bore him a son, and he called his name Gershom, for he said, "I have been a stranger in a foreign land." What was the fifth commandment? Answer: honor your father and your mother. Exodus 20:12. Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long upon the land which the Lord your God is giving you. What did Aaron make for Israel to worship when Moses delayed on the mountain? Answer: a golden calf. Exodus 32:4. And he received the gold from their hand, and he fashioned it with an engraving tool, and made a molded calf. Then they said, "This is your God, O Israel, that brought you out of the land of Egypt." Who stood with Moses against idolatry at the golden calf? Answer: the tribe of Levi. Exodus 32:26. Then Moses stood in the entrance of the camp and said, "Whoever is on the Lord's side, come to me." And all the sons of Levi gathered themselves together to him. Who was chosen as the first high priest of Israel? Answer: Aaron. Exodus 28:1. Now take Aaron your brother and his sons with him, from among the children of Israel, that he may minister to me as priest. Aaron and Aaron's sons, Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. What filled the tabernacle when it was completed? Answer: a cloud of glory. Exodus 40:34. Then the cloud covered the tabernacle of meeting, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. How many spies did Moses send to scout out the land of Canaan? Answer: 12. Numbers 13:2. Send men to spy out the land of Canaan, which I am giving to the children of Israel. From each tribe of their fathers you shall send a man, every one a leader among them. Why were Moses and Aaron not allowed to enter the promised land? Answer: they struck the rock instead of speaking to it. Numbers 20:12. Then the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, because you did not believe me, to hallow me in the eyes of the children of Israel. Therefore you shall not bring this assembly into the land which I have given them. Who spied out the land of Canaan with Caleb? Answer: Joshua. Numbers 14:6. But Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, who were among those who had spied out the land, tore their clothes. Who was swallowed by the earth for rebelling against Moses? Answer: Korah and his followers. Numbers 16:32. And the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up, with their households and all the men with Korah, with all their goods. What kind of food did God provide daily in the wilderness? Answer: manna. Exodus 16:15. So when the children of Israel saw it, they said to one another, "What is it?" For they did not know what it was. And Moses said to them, "This is the bread which the Lord has given you to eat." What happened to Miriam when she spoke against Moses? Answer: she was struck with leprosy. Numbers 12:10. And when the cloud departed from above the tabernacle, suddenly Miriam became leprous, as white as snow. Then Aaron turned toward Miriam, and there she was, a leper. How many days and nights was Moses on Mount Sinai receiving the law? Answer: 40. Exodus 24:18. So Moses went into the midst of the cloud and went up into the mountain. And Moses was on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. How old was Moses when he died? Answer: 120. Deuteronomy 34:7. Moses was 120 years old when he died. His eyes were not dim, nor his natural vigor diminished. Who buried Moses? Answer: the Lord. Deuteronomy 34:6. And he buried him in a valley in the land of Moab, opposite Beth Peor, but no one knows his grave to this day. Who succeeded Moses as leader of Israel? Answer: Joshua. Deuteronomy 34:9. Now Joshua the son of Nun was full of the spirit of wisdom, for Moses had laid his hands on him. So the children of Israel heeded him, and did as the Lord had commanded Moses. What was your favorite question? Which one stumped you the most? Drop all your thoughts in the comments. Stay blessed,